So, you're an American planning your next adventure? Well, don't pack your bags just yet, because not every country is rolling out the red carpet for US citizens. As popular as American culture may be, there are places where US passports don't open many doors. Whether due to political tensions, safety concerns, or historical baggage, some nations simply aren't too thrilled about hosting American travelers. Before we dive in, can we get 5,000 likes on this video? It really helps us out. Now, let's take a look at 10 countries where Americans are not exactly welcome in 2025. Myanmar. With a population of nearly 55 million, this Southeast Asian country has been in chaos since a military coup in 2021. Ongoing civil conflict and a government crackdown have made it a high-risk destination. The U.S. State Department warns against traveling there due to arbitrary law enforcement, poor health care, and potential violence. And the visa process? Complicated and time-consuming. Add in U.S. sanctions, and it's no surprise that Americans aren't greeted with open arms. Next, we head to Yemen. Home to 30 million people, Yemen has been in crisis since 2015 due to war, famine, and civil unrest. For Americans, it's one of the most dangerous places on Earth to visit. Terrorism, kidnappings, and active conflict zones make travel nearly impossible. Even getting a visa is a serious challenge, and anti-American sentiment due to past U.S. involvement doesn't help. Somalia, with around 15 million citizens, is another place where Americans face a cold reception. In 2022, U.S. troops were redeployed to fight al-Shabaab militants, worsening perceptions of American visitors. The security situation is dire. Bureaucratic hurdles, safety threats, and limited infrastructure make it a high-risk destination. Tourism is nearly non-existent, and travelers may be seen with suspicion or even hostility. Once a travel gem, Venezuela is now a political minefield for Americans. With a population of over 28 million, the country is suffering from severe economic collapse, causing millions to flee. The U.S. has imposed sanctions, further straining diplomatic ties. Even if you manage to get a visa, no easy feat. The high cost of living and general distrust of Americans make daily life difficult. The political climate is tense, and American visitors may feel like outsiders. Libya, with 7 million people, is another spot on the U.S. do not travel list. Since the fall of Gaddafi, Libya has been riddled with instability, civil war, and terrorist threats. The 2012 Benghazi attack severely damaged U.S.-Libyan relations. Visa approval is difficult, and travelers with Israeli stamps in their passport won't be allowed entry. Safety concerns make this a dangerous place for Americans. Syria, once rich in history and culture, is now synonymous with conflict. Civil war, terrorism, and extreme political tensions have made it unsafe for Americans. The U.S. has a Level 4 advisory in place, its highest warning. Getting a visa is nearly impossible, and if you do get in, expect heavy scrutiny and hostility. The country's conflict with U.S. military involvement has left deep scars. Afghanistan has been a geopolitical hotspot for decades. With a population of around 38 million, the nation remains a dangerous zone, especially for Americans. The Taliban's return to power has only increased the risks. Kidnappings, terrorism, and wrongful detentions are serious threats. Even the visa process is complex and slow. Travelers without proper documentation face deportation or worse. The history of U.S. involvement here continues to fuel resentment. Iraq, home to 40 million people, still bears the marks of the 2003 U.S.-led invasion. Though it's possible for Americans to get a visa on arrival, the process is complicated, and even leaving the country requires extra paperwork. Safety is a major concern. Terrorist groups, political instability, and a hostile attitude toward Westerners make travel risky. Americans are often viewed with suspicion, and the possibility of wrongful arrest is real. Iran, with its ancient heritage and stunning landscapes, remains largely closed to American tourists. Tensions go back to the 1979 U.S. Embassy hostage crisis, and relations haven't warmed much since. The U.S. State Department advises against travel, citing high risks of arrest and detention. Americans, especially dual nationals, can be jailed on vague charges. The visa process is extremely long, and once inside, forget using international credit cards. Cash is king. Despite the complexities, everyday Iranians are often friendly, though travelers must tread carefully. Finally, we arrive at North Korea, a nation with around 25 million people and one of the most isolated regimes in the world. Tensions with the US go back decades, and the two countries never formally ended the Korean War. The US government strongly warns against traveling to North Korea. Arrests and long-term detentions are serious risks. Remember Otto Warmbier, the American student detained for taking a poster? He later died after falling into a coma in custody. That case alone shows how dangerous a trip here can be for Americans. So there you have it. 10 countries that aren't exactly rolling out the welcome mat for Americans in 2025. Whether it's due to war, politics, or history, travel to these places is not just discouraged, it can be downright dangerous. Where would you never dare to travel? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more eye-opening travel content.